Alright, I'm very excited to show off my upcoming iPhone game, Forest Guardians. So, now here's the home screen for the beta at the moment. Probably a little bit simpler than what it's going to be at the end. Now when you load up the game and start to play a level, you're going to go to the level selection screen. Now the level selection screen looks like this. You start at the Great Tree, which is a vital part of the story of the game. I won't go into that now with too much detail. Maybe as I'm playing a level, we'll talk about that a little bit. Now each level is one of these blue icons, and you are awarded stars for each level based on how well you do. Now as the levels are unlocked, they'll appear bright blue. The ones that are locked are semi-transparent. There is a path you follow along the map of Edia to return back to the Great Tree. Once again, when you know the story, you'll know why. Now there's an enemy dex that you can use to keep track of different enemies, learn how much health they have by default at the lowest level, and really just to keep up and remember what each enemy's abilities are. As you go through the game, you may forget, and you can always return here to refresh your memory. So let's load up, let's not go 6, let's go with level 4. Level 5, that'll work. Now there's two characters here, you can see Foxy and Shelly, and there's campaign mode. The other modes and characters are unlocked as you progress through the game. So okay, we're starting out a level. Let's get a good view of it. Let's hit the zoom out icon. Alright, that gives me a view of what the level looks like. I'm going to move up to here, to the flower, and let's build a tower. So we will summon, in this case, an island tower. Now an island tower does a lot of damage, but is very slow. These green orbs that I'm placing into it will allow that tower to charge up energy to perform multiple attacks at the same time. Very useful for a slow tower. Now on this green tree tower, let's put in some orange eco. Now what orange does is allow you to burn the enemy over time. This can be extremely useful, especially when dealing with enemies with armor. Armored enemies can nullify a certain amount of attack damage. However, they cannot nullify burn damage unless the enemy itself has an ability to nullify burn damage, which very few do. Okay, so we just charged up our fairy ability, so let's summon up a fairy. We're going to summon up a collector fairy at the moment. And the collector fairy will remain with us for the remainder of the level. He will assist in collecting essence, which is essentially your money in this game. You take essence, which you can see here, and you use it to summon towers or to summon eco, which is an essence combined orb. Okay. Let's see, we're going to need some more help here. Now you just notice that our green fairy collected the essence from the rocket that was just destroyed. Now if it's out of range, we'll have to collect the essence ourselves. So you may want to place multiple collector fairies throughout a level. Okay, so now we're at the time period between waves. You can look up in the top left and you can see the wave that's loading. If you click it, you can get more info. As we can see, it's a goober that's coming next. There's 5 of them. And a pound. Pound has a lot of armor. As listed here, it's 12 armor. This can be very bad depending on how you use your towers. In this case, my tree tower only does 6.8 damage. If Pound has more armor, which he does, he has 12, I'll do no damage on the enemy. Luckily, I do have a burn damage of about 8.6. That damage will be applied. However, it'll take 5.1 seconds for it to apply fully. If you looked, you'd saw that our island tower just did a double attack based on its charge and took out 2 enemies quickly. Extremely useful. Okay, looks like I have charged up my fairy again, so I could place another collector fairy if I want. However, I think I will save it at the moment. No, let's go ahead and place it. So we'll place another one about here. Now there are 4 other fairies that are very useful in the game. However, at the moment, the green fairy looks like a smart move. Now if you've noticed, each time I've placed the eco in one of the towers, it's been of the same color. I've selected 3 orange and I've selected 3 green. I don't have to do this. I can mix ecos, as I will try to show you now. It may take me collecting a little more essence to do this though. So I just put a grass tower, which is essentially a lightning tower. And I think I will put a slow in it. Purple is used to slow the enemy. I have 1 essence left, so I'm going to need to defeat some more enemies in order to continue. Alright, here's coming some spiders. Spiders are unique in the sense that they're fast, one of the fastest enemies in the game. However, their ability is each time they're attacked, they will increase their speed. So you want to attack and kill them quickly instead of doing it through multiple hits. If they get too fast, they may run through the level quicker than you can defeat them. Alright, 3 pounds are coming up next. I'm going to save my fairy for the pounds, and I think I will mix in this time a light blue. And light blue stuns the enemy. It's a chance attack, so there's pretty much a dice roll with each attack. If it's successful, you'll freeze the enemy. If not, the enemy will continue on. Okay, let's zoom out. Yes, here comes our pounds. Alright. So to help us take out the pound, we need to lower his armor. I can use a piercing fairy to attack and lower the armor of the pounds. Anyone that's in range will get attacked. It's an area of effect attack. All the fairies use AoE attacks. And there we go. The lightning of the grass tower looks to have possibly finished off our pound. However, it does very limited attack damage. Looks like 1.3. So it's a possibility that our tree tower was capable of doing enough burn damage to kill the pound in that situation. Okay, let's send out the next wave early. Each time you send out a wave early, you'll receive more points. Points are used for the high scores. This is especially useful when you're playing endless mode, which you can unlock later in the game. Alright. Looks like we got a good setup on this level. It's doing very well at the moment. Okay, let's try it in ice. I think this is it. Yep. That will freeze the rocket, as you can see. It goes a second to take him out.